Hello, good evening, welcome along to the Jackocar Cup Series here for season number 13. It's Thursday Night Thunder and it is round 8. As you can see, we are here in Hungary, and as you can hear, I'm back. Oh, and what? Missed a week last week, very upset about that, but we'll not worry about it. We're back now. With me in the commentary box, as always, is Mr. Jack Ricketts. I say as always, but you weren't here for China either, were you? So we've had a couple of weeks where it's been a bit all over the place, but we're back to normal service resumed now, Jack. Or Jacko.
Jack? Oh, bloody
I know,
hell.
I was in the middle of introducing you still. I forget that I can't legally call you Jack unless I'm introducing you.
It doesn't feel right. Anyway, thank God you're back. Hello, good evening, everybody. We did have Kieran Spears here last week, which was exciting. But when it comes to commentary, there is no duo in esports league racing, much like yourself and I. So, as I tell Ben and Gareth all the time, like, you know, you can replace us, but who are you going to replace us with? We are the best.
Exactly. No, I hear Jack that you're going to be given the pole position target that the drivers are reaching for.
Oh, really?
Gareth says you'll be the one to receive that, not me, which is a bit unfair. But for anyone who's confused as to why I'm even saying that in the first place, this is the second of our wild card races. Maybe I'll get sent it as well, but it's what he said in the chat anyway. Is that it'll be given to you. But yes. Wildcard events basically mean anything can happen, and there'll be a wild card for both qualifying and for the race. Last time we had a wild card, it was in Monza, and we had a sprint qualifying followed by literally a sprint race to decide the grid for qualifying, instead of just an 18-minute session as we have now. And then for the race, it was a mandatory one stop with any further stops on top of that, docking you 5 championship points. This time, for qualifying, we have a target time that the drivers are set by Gareth, and basically whoever is closest to that time will be on pole position. The drivers don't know what that time is. All I know is that time falls between 1 minute, 1 minute 15 and 1 minute 25.
And Owen, just to
you know
interrupt
what
you
the
very
time is,
quickly.
don't you?
I don't as yet, but I did read more into Gareth's message. Apparently, Michelle, who is Gareth's lovely wife, is going to come up with the time and then message me. So the reason for that is because if she tells Gareth, and then Gareth tells me, is Gareth knows the time. So I think that's a fair way to do it.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. However, the only catch is I don't know what app that Michelle is going to message me on. So. And as I've never spoken to her before, I may need to accept a request at some point to say if I go quiet, then do excuse me.
I mean, I suppose this is an interesting setup. I mean, what Gareth does, by the way, he spins a wheel before qualifying and for the race as well, and it has a load of different scenarios. So we didn't know that it was going to be a random qualifying time that you had to aim for before now. But, the drivers obviously know they've got a 10-second window where they must sort of set their lap time. And, it's whoever's closest to this time, somewhere between 1 minute 15 and 1 minute 25, that get on pole. And then it'll be basically the grid set by the 20 closest times to the target time. So it'd be useful for us to find out at some point during qualifying what that time is. Although, at the same time, it would be quite interesting if we were just kept in the dark the whole time, because it would... create a bit of a surprise for all of us at the end of qualifying. But once qualifying's over, we're probably going to have quite a long interim to work out who's won duels and all the rest of it. Because I was going to say that we could work out who wins the duels based on this here, but not really, because we're gonna have to work out who wins the duels based on who's closest to the pin, aren't we?
I'm going to correct you. No. Gareth put a voice note in the Discord chat. He said that the pole, so whoever gets the legitimate fastest lap time, will get the playoff point. That's how I read it or understand it. And then the duels, it's still going to be the fastest driver out of the 2 drivers in the duels that wins the duel point. However, pole position for the race is going to be decided on time, closest to the closest time to whatever Michelle says. and
Okay,
then worked
so
out from there. So it's very, very confusing. We have no idea.
so
But
if you want to win
I'm
your
just going to say Dustin's going to be on pole. That's my guess.
yeah, so if you're gonna win your duel, then you might as well just aim for a 15 dead. Really, then at that point, is that what you're saying?
No, I think if a driver does a 115 and they're against another driver who does a 114, then the driver who does the 114 wins the duel.
But then surely that driver just a
However,
114 is like shunted to the back, aren't they? Because they're not within that 10-second window.
yeah, meaning the driver that does the 115, if the pin is 115.5 and they're closest to that, they would then start on pole, not the driver that did a 1 minute 14. Does that work?
Do you know what? Not really, but we'll figure this out as we go along. We have 3 lap times on the board.
The joys of having Gareth run the league. That's
So
what this is.
we've seen our first 2 duels completed. Then Jordan is meant to be against Corey, but Corey's not here for unforeseen circumstances. So that means Jordan wins his duel by default. That's easy enough. He's set his 1 minute 17.6. I might as well take gap to leader off as well and just put fastest lap on the screen. That'll make life a lot easier. Deck has won his duel against Dustin. Dustin is very much elected to go for a slower lap time for 22.7. But when we were watching around the final corner, Deck really just putting the brakes on and just aiming to hit for a 120. Because aiming for a 1 minute 20, that's what I'd be doing if I was going out there. Just hit for the middle of this range and just hope it's close to the pin. But yeah, it's a fascinating qualifying system. And again, reminder, there will be a race wildcard as well, and so we'll see all sorts of random stuff happen in the main event too, which will hopefully confuse us even more, because I think everyone slightly enjoys us being confused.
Well, they're all confused as well, so it's we're all in this together. As it stands, I've yet to receive a message from Michelle. As I keep searching and flicking between different apps, not a clue, Owen. So,
Brilliant.
all we know is anybody that's been out already could be the pole sitter for the race.
Of course.
However, let me clear it up ever so slightly, if you don't mind. If it finishes like this, the pole time could be 1 minute 23, which would put Dustin on pole. However, Jordan would still get the playoff point. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so it's whoever's the flat out fastest still gets that playoff point, but that doesn't have anything to do with pole then.
Correct.
So that would be Jimmy Griffiths, who would not get that playoff point.
Yeah.
And also puts him in a good position to win his duel against Robin Border, who's currently out on his lap at the moment, and he's invalidated, so he's in trouble. He's not going to win his duel, and he's not going to set a lap time in qualifying, so that's bad news for him. Leroy Hasselager, who didn't need a wild card to get on pole in China, goes 4th fastest for now, 1 minute 22.1. He is against Baza in his duel. Baza is still in the pits. But yeah, I remember that in China. It was quite funny because it rained about 2 minutes into the session, and so Leroy, who was the first to cross the line, was just automatically on pole. So yeah, I'll be surprised if we get a grid more mixed up than that. I think Gareth's got his work cut out to make this system, mixed. Right, who's on the lap then?
Sorry,
no
I didn't get a
on
word of that. That was a natural break for me to come in and talk, and I had nothing for you. I was distracted, still trying to work this out.
Fair enough. We've got no laps on at the moment. We've got Baza currently on his out lap. Group 4's time slot is over, so Baza must have come out right at the very last second to do his out lap. That's absolutely fine. You can start your lap whenever you want, really, as long as you're out of the pits by 10:50 if you're in Group 4, which is where Baza is at the moment. The next set of drivers, Michael Akeke, Gareth Hall, Mike Kelterborn and Pete Knighton, will be next up, and you will see them in their duels. Baza, let's say, is in a duel against Leroy Hasselager. And as we sit 3 races away from the end of the regular season, the duels table will be starting to stack up. I've not actually looked at the duels table to see where we're at, but it'll be one to definitely keep an eye on for round 10's qualifying in Monaco. But for now, this is just about setting your lap time and we'll get the whole lap here with Baz. Actually, let's stay on board then through turn 1. DRS is tricky on the exit of turn 2. A lot of drivers opt to just get their foot down first, then hit DRS later, because the DRS activation point pops up just as you're trying to get on the throttle, so it's a very difficult thing to manage, especially if you're on a pad. The rest of Sector 1 is relatively straightforward. Top of the hill, you can take plenty of curb and the car should stick. I think Bazo had lacked a little bit of confidence, but I don't know why I'm commentating on this like it's going to be a fast lap. It's not going to be a fast lap, because at some point, presumably, he's going to look at his timer and think, I need to get in the zone. I wonder if anyone will try and push it and cross the line right on 1 minute 15 or right on 1 minute 25, because it is a complete gamble. But yeah, we're going to see such a mixed up grid. I mean, this track's not the easiest to overtake on. And obviously, after last week, where we saw Tony become the second driver this season to win back-to-back races, we have back-to-back winners. Will he be able to go for the three-peat? He could be doing it from anywhere on the grid today. If he's near the back, he'll have a very difficult task on his hands as Bazza goes and sets a 1 minute 18.7. That does win him his duel, I believe, against Leroy Hasselager. He wins it by a good 3 and a bit seconds. So, no stress for him there. Right, Michael KK, where are you? He's nowhere. Mike Kelterborn has just gone 5th fastest. So, where's Pete? And a lot of people aren't really out on track at the minute. It's a bit irritating.
Yeah, so, and did you see last week when Kieran and I were commentating that OKK was in a legitimate race-winning position at one point? He had his stops done, however he had to do a 14-lap stint on the hards to the end. And for a handful of laps, he was the genuine net race leader, and we all got rather giddy and excited. And then he spun, and I think he finished P8.
I mean, the thing with that is that it was still actually quite a good result. I mean, he had...
Yeah, on his supercharger as well, it must be said.
Yeah, I mean, what a way that would have been to win the first supercharger. He was one of the, if not the very first driver to win a Joker as well. He was at least one of the very first anyway. Maybe not the actual first, but... one of the first 5 to win a Joker, legitimately. So it would have been nice if he won a supercharger pretty early on too.
I have that stat. Would you like it?
I would love that stat.
Great Britain round 5, season 2.
No longer racing in the Cup Series. It would have been. I don't know if we'll get any supercharger winners this season. It's proving to be very difficult. As we see Michael come around the final corner, he has, again, pretty much just got a 10-second window to aim for, so it'll just be about watching his lap and hoping he doesn't put it in the wall or invalidate his time. Pete Knighton is also out there. He's just started his lap, and then I think we'll actually watch him because he at least has a time that we can compare him to, and that is the one of Mike Kelterborn. Gareth Hall as well actually is out there, and Gareth Hall will be the first to finish his lap out of the 3 remaining drivers in Group 3, so actually we'll watch him first. As he comes through purple middle sector, but the game will always say that. I mean, how long have Codemasters had the license, and then not once have they bothered to fix that glitch. And Gareth, no throttle, no brake, no nothing coming through the final corner. He's just freewheeling it basically through there and across the line. He's done what I would have done, which is just aim for the middle. 1 minute 20.3, and that does set the target for Michael O'Kake. He's looking well on target for it now, but it depends just how much he wants to slow down out of the final corner. Puts the brakes on. I think he is going to beat Gareth's time. He knows the time to beat. Pretty good. I mean, yeah. I think he'd be pretty happy with that. Wins his duel. Still near enough the middle of the range. So yeah, all good there for Michael O'Kake. Let's see how Pete Knighton is getting on. He has gone closest to the middle of the range. He's hit at 120 dead. Point, 0.69, but it's pretty close. So he beats Mike Kelterborn. He wins his duel as well. Tell you what, it's a bizarre session to try and keep a track of this. Sullivan Lewis. Sullivan Lewis has gone 6th fastest. He's got a 1 minute 20.2. And he's going to be against Johannes Mellers. Where Where's Deck? Deck went 7th. Is Deck even... Deck's just here to ruin someone's day, isn't he, really? Oh no, sorry, I'm getting that completely wrong. Sorry, I forgot Deck had went in the first group. Ignore me. No, Deck, for some reason I only spotted his name now. Right, where's Johannes? Let's have a look at Johannes before I say anything else stupid.
You went all crackly as well.
Oh, that's not good. Hope that doesn't continue. Am I back to normal?
The stream is still going.
Isn't.
It might be my internet.
That's okay. Shall I turn my stream on and find out?
It might be my internet.
That's okay. I can hear myself, although...
Oh yeah, we're still going.
Okay. Phew. Hopefully it keeps going, because this is not a race we want to lose the stream of. Johannes went fastest. 1 minute 16.5, so he absolutely destroyed Sullivan Lewis in his duel, but it could be for nothing, depending on the qualifying target. So we've got Tony out there. He will be next across the line. He's against Chris Waite in his duel, and like I say, he's looking to go and do the three-peat. He won the last 2 races. A bit of a slow start to the season for the reigning champion, but he's certainly on the form now. Will he go for glory? Will he go for that playoff point for pole position? Or will he go for the pin? Looks to me like he's going to basically try and go fastest, and he does. 1 minute 15.4. It is interesting seeing the different tactics out there, because, I mean, Michelle could turn around to you, Jacko, and say it's a 1 minute 15 dead, and, well, then it is the fastest driver to go up. But then Chris Waite, again, doing a completely different approach. He'll go for that 1 minute 20. And he just misses it, but it gives an easy duel victory to Tony Kirkpatrick. And then we've got a fast 4-way coming up. Arnaud, Jake, Ben, and Casper.
Do you know what? Part of me thinks Michelle has to have somewhat a certain level of humour in her characteristics, because she married Gareth, and there's no way she's going to be boring and select 115, especially. Now, she hasn't messaged me yet, especially if you're listening, Michelle, considering that Tony has been on pole for the last 3 weeks in a row. So please don't pick anything close to 115. That'd be fantastic.
Well, I'll tell you what, if she's watching the stream and if Gareth is feeding her information and he's just looking to say, who do I fancy being on pole position? Michael O'Kake at 1 minute 19.763. Make that the target. And he'll tell you that afterwards. Yeah. I wonder if he's going to just try and manipulate this a little bit, because I wouldn't put it past him. I wouldn't put it past Michelle, I suppose, as you say, having married the man. So, yeah, I wonder if there'd be a little bit of manipulation going on, because, yeah, wouldn't put it past him.
I say I'm constantly refreshing my Twitter. I don't have a time yet. I am checking my request. She's not giving me a time yet, but we are now in contact with each other.
Just hello. That's just where that message chain ends. Don't put her off now. This is very important business.
She referred to me by my stage name of Mr. O'Car. I have messaged you, which means she's listening to the stream.
Nice.
Please put Michael O'Kake on pole.
Here's Jake O'Sullivan. He's gone over 1 minute 19 dead. I wonder what Ben Shaw's going to do. Obviously, is one of the two owners. And Arnaud, he's got a checkered flag next to his name. Has he missed the boat here? Has he? Hold on a minute. What's going on here? I hope this isn't my internet cracking up again. Has he?
Or are we being idiots?
Has he? It looks to me very much like he's missed the boat here.
He's only in turn 1. He's gone. He's
got no time. He's got a checkered flag next to his name. Arnaud de Grief has completely thrown that away. So nothing he can do will stop him from starting at the back of the grid. Okay, well. Ben Shaw, like I say, is one of the co-owners of the league. I wonder what his tactic will be here, if he can get into the mind of Gareth Hall. But he looks to me like he's going to be doing what everyone else really is doing and going for that sort of middle ground as he crosses the line to go slower than Jake O'Sullivan. But the closest yet to the 1 minute 20 middle ground. And the last driver to come around the final corner is going to be Casper. But I cannot believe Arnaud has missed the start of his lap. Casper wins the playoff point. He's gone fastest. I did sort of see that one coming.
That's classic Casper. Is that qualifying over?
Yes.
That is. Okay, so I shall take over Owen Wyatt. An exchange with Mrs. Hall, otherwise known as Michelle, Gareth's better half. Conversation went, "This is Michelle. Mr. Ocar, I have messaged you." I said, "Hello." She then replied to me with, "I sadly will not be putting Michael OKK on poll," which means she's listening to the stream. I then replied with, and please don't laugh, I said, "I would never manipulate anything. It's sad that you won't either. And I am currently awaiting a further message to tell us, tell you, tell me, tell all of us whom will be on poll. Everybody who set a lap is within the 115 to 125 region, which means 3 drivers will definitely not be on poll, and that includes Arnold." Oh,
Oh.
a fascinating turn of events.
And what is the turn of events?
Oh well, this has taken a real serious turn. Let me just get a picture. I can't believe this is happening.
Can't you? This is fascinating. This is like being on radio all of a sudden. I've no idea what's going on. I've got a black screen as well, which doesn't help, so I can't even like look at any times.
Basically, she gave me the option, Owen, of letting me choose the time.
Oh no, that is naughty.
However, she also gave me a poll time, a target. So I'm now going to throw it over to you.
Oh, why?
Do you want me to pick a time, or do you want to go with Michelle's time?
I don't know. I know what you'll choose. This is the thing. So I know what you'll choose. I'm going to let you go for this, Jacko, because I think
you're going to let
after 13 seasons, I think you've deserved the right to cause a bit of chaos here.
I tell you what. Let me just leave the session.
Well, I'll probably need to do that as well. Sadly, because Sully went too early, we never got to see the full confirmed results in a nice page. But oh well, what can you do?
So, I can't. But I'll tell you what has happened. I took pictures of all the times.
That could have gone
However,
anywhere,
I didn't
that
take
sentence.
pictures of the names.
Oh.
So all I have is a list of times in front of me, which range from 1:15.404, which is Casper, so it won't be that, all the way down to 1:22.794, which I think was Dustin.
Yeah.
So, as I genuinely don't know the order because I didn't pay that much attention, whoever posted a 1:20.217, they are on poll.
Right. So, trying to look back on the stream, I can see why people are complaining now because I can't read a single time on that screen. So let me save a clip and then I'll tell you who that time is. Oh dear. I'm going to say the last 30 minutes. This might be one of these streams that need to get re-uploaded, to be honest. But anyway, we'll worry about that in a minute. So what time was that you said, Jacko? 1:20. I think it's Sullivan Lewis, but I shall actually confirm now for you. Yes, Sullivan Lewis is on pole. But that's not that. See, Sullivan Lewis on pole. That's not the interesting bit. It's who's next to him on the front row, Jacko.
Who is it?
Deck.
Oh no!
It's Deck on the front row.
Yes.
Oh dear. Well.
Oh, that's marvellous.
Right. What I'm going to do then is, because this stream is taking the piss a little bit, I might, during this intermission, because this is going to take a long time. This is going to take a long time for them to sort the grid out. I think we're going to kill the stream now for a little bit and come back when the race is starting. And in that time, I'm going to reset my internet.
And I'm going to go for a wee. This is fantastic.
Good. Right. Join us again for part 2 of Jackocar, where we got Sullivan Lewis and Deck on the front row. You couldn't have written it, except Jacko just did. See you very soon.